Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, which is chapter 5, Principles of Inheritance and Variation. So this is the first chapter of genetics. So I am sure that you all are familiar with these two terms, inheritance and variation, as about this you have studied in class 10. So in this chapter we will discuss inheritance and variation in detail and also the basics of genetics. So we all are aware of the fact that living things have their own individuality. There are millions of human individuals all over the world, but two individuals are not found to possess 100% similar characters. Or we can say that no two individuals in this world are exactly alike. They vary from each other in a variety of ways. The same principle is applicable to other sexually reproducing animals and plants too. For example, the individuals of dog or a dog always produce puppies, means their offsprings are always dog. Similarly, a cat always produce kittens. A cat never produce puppies, or a dog never produce kittens, right? But it is very interesting that the individuals of dogs do not resemble each other in all characters, even if they are of same breed. Meaning is, a dog always produces puppies, but the individuals of the same breed are not exactly alike. That means there are something different which are found in each individuals. Okay? Though offspring resemble their ancestors and also among themselves in most features, yet they tend to differ from each other and also from their parents to some degree. It is also observed that living beings undergo changes, some of which are transmitted to the offspring. Hence, organisms possess varied characters. Many of these characters keep on appearing in successive generations. From the above facts or observations, it can be concluded that characters are transmitted from one generation to the other. On the other hand, it is also observed that though the offspring resemble their parents, yet they are not their exact replicas but show certain well-marked differences. So these similarities between parents and offsprings are due to inherited characters. Okay? So some characters are transmitted from one generation to the next generation, which are known as inherited characters. So আমি জানো যে লিভিং বিংছ প্ৰতিটো লিভিং অৰ্গেনিজমৰ তেওঁলোকৰ নিজৰ এটা আইডেণ্টিটি আছে, ইণ্ডিভিজুৱেলিটি এটা আছে. তো আমি যদি চাওঁ ইন দিছ ৱৰ্ল্ড, এই পৃথিৱীখনত কিমান মিলিয়ন মানুহ আছে, কিন্তু ভালকৈ আমি চালে দেখা পাম যে কোনো এটা মানুহে আনজনৰ লগত নিমিলে. যিবিলাক টুইনছ থাকে, আইডেণ্টিকেল টুইনছ থাকে, সিহঁতৰ মাজতো আনকি কিছুমান ভেৰিয়েশ্যন দেখা পায়, মানে সিহঁতৰ মাজত কিছুমান পাৰ্থক্য থাকে. তেনেদৰে এনিমেলছ বা ছেক্সুৱেলি ৰিপ্ৰডিউচিং প্লাণ্টছ আৰু এনিমেলছবিলাকৰ মাজতো সিহঁতৰ যিবিলাক অফস্প্ৰিংছ প্ৰডিউচ হয়, সিহঁতো একজেক্টলি সিহঁতৰ পেৰেণ্টছৰ লগত সাদৃশ্য নাথাকে. যদিও কিছুমান মিল থাকে, কিছুমান ডিছিমিলাৰিটিজো থাকে, কিন্তু লক্ষ্য কৰিবলগীয়া এটা কথা হৈছে কি যে এটা এক্সাম্পল এটা দিছোঁ মই সাপোজ মেকুৰী এটাৰ যিবোৰ অফস্প্ৰিং প্ৰডিউচ হ'ব সেইবিলাক সদায় মেকুৰী পোৱালিয়ে হ'ব মেকুৰীয়ে কেতিয়াও কুকুৰ বা হৰ্চ বা কাউ জন্ম নিদিয়ে চ' মেকুৰীৰ অফস্প্ৰিংবিলাক সদায় মেকুৰীয়ে হ'ব চ' তেনেদৰে আমি ভালকৈ গোটেইখিনি লক্ষ্য কৰিলে আমি এইটোৱে দেখা পাম যে যদিও একেটা ব্ৰিডৰ ইণ্ডিভিজুৱেলখিনি দেখিব বেলেগ হয় কিন্তু সিহঁতৰ অফস্প্ৰিংখিনি একে হয় মানে সিহঁতৰ অফস্প্ৰিং সেই একেটা ইণ্ডিভিজুৱেলে প্ৰডিউচ হ'ব আৰু ইয়াৰ পৰাই এটা বস্তুৱে কনক্লুড কৰিব পাৰি যে কেৰেক্টাৰ্ছবিলাক জেনেৰেশ্যন আফটাৰ জেনেৰেশ্যন এটা জেনেৰেশ্যনৰ পৰা বেলেগ এটা জেনেৰেশ্যনলৈকে বাগৰি যায় আৰু সেইবিলাকে আমি ইনহেৰিটেড কেৰেক্টাৰ বুলি কওঁ মানে পেৰেণ্টছৰ পৰা অফস্প্ৰিংছলৈকে যিখিনি কেৰেক্টাৰ যাব মাক দেউতাকৰ পৰা ল'ৰা ছোৱালীলৈকে যাব আকৌ ককা আইতাকৰ পৰা মাক দেউতাকলৈ আহে আকৌ সেইখিনি কেৰেক্টাৰৰো কিছুমান অফস্প্ৰিংছলৈকে যায় চ' সেই ছিৰিজ অফ ট্ৰান্সমিশ্যন অফ কেৰেক্টাৰ্ছ ইজ ন'ন এজ ইনহেৰিটেড কেৰেক্টাৰ আৰু সেই প্ৰচেছটোকে ইনহেৰিটেঞ্চ বুলি কয় আমি ডিটেইল এই চেপ্টাৰটোত ডিছকাছ কৰিম আৰু ভেৰিয়েশ্যনটো কি হৈছে দুটা ইণ্ডিভিজুৱেল একেটা ব্ৰিডৰ বা একেটা স্পিচিছৰ দুটা ইণ্ডিভিজুৱেলৰ মাজৰ যিখিনি পাৰ্থক্য থাকে তাক ভেৰিয়েশ্যন বুলি কোৱা হয় চ' ইন দিছ চেপ্টাৰ উইল ডিছকাছ দ্য বেচিক্স অফ জেনেটিক্স বাট বিফ'ৰ গোয়িং to the chapter, first we'll discuss a few terms of genetics. So first we have to be familiar with the important terms of genetics, then only we can proceed. Otherwise, you will be confused. So let's clear the basic terms of genetics. So first is character. So what is character in genetics? It is a distinct morphological and physiological feature of an individual. So a distinct morphological and physiological feature of an individual is known as character. Eta individualor বা এটা এনিমেলৰ মৰ্ফলজিকেল মানে হৈছে এক্সটাৰ্নেল এপিয়াৰেঞ্চ বাহিৰৰ পৰা আমি কি দেখা পাওঁ আৰু ফিজিঅলজিকেল ফিচাৰ মানে হৈছে ভিতৰৰ যিবিলাক ফাংচনিং চলি থাকে ফিজিঅলজি সেইখিনি চ' এক্সাম্পল এটা দিলে ভালকৈ বুজি পাবা ষ্টেম হাইট ফ্লাৱাৰ কালাৰ এক্সেট্ৰা চ' ষ্টেম হাইটটো আমি বাহিৰৰ পৰা দেখা পাওঁ ডেট ইজ দ্য মৰ্ফলজিকেল কেৰেক্টাৰ ফ্লাৱাৰ কালাৰ আমি বাহিৰৰ পৰা দেখা পাওঁ ডেট ইজ অলছ' মৰ্ফলজিকেল কেৰেক্টাৰ চ' কেৰেক্টাৰ হৈছে বাহিৰৰ পৰা আমি দেখা পোৱা ডিষ্টিংক্ট এটা কেৰেক্টাৰ বা ডিষ্টিংক্ট এটা ফিচাৰ এটা ইণ্ডিভিজুৱেলৰ অ'কে ছেকেণ্ড ইজ ট্ৰেইট It is an expression of a character like tallness, dwarfness, etc. So what is a trait? It is the expression of a character. Eta character or expression to. It is expression boli gole kenake buji baba. So the expression of the character stem height. So stem height, if we consider the character stem height, then its expression height means the height may be tall or short. So it is expressed as tallness and dwarfness. So this is known as trait, which is expression of a particular character. So trait to is a character or expression eta jeneke stem height to gostu ukho hobo pare saporu hobo pare. So eta character or duta tinta sarita features to thakibo pare. Like flower color, it may be red, pink, brown, orange, etc. So this will be the trait of the character flower color. Clear? Next is unit factor. So what is unit factor? It is a unit of inheritance which controls a trait singly in case of haploid and along with another factor of similar or allelic type in case of diploid. So unit factor to কি হৈছে? It is a unit of inheritance which controls a trait singly in case of haploid. So do you know what is haploid and what is diploid? So haploids are having half number of chromosome and diploids double numbers of chromosome. So in case of human being, if we consider haploid, if the cell is haploid, that means it is having n numbers of chromosomes. So, and in case of diploid, it is written as twice n. Suppose we are having a total number of chromosome which is 46. So in case of haploid, the total number of chromosome will be 23 and here it will be 46. So in case of haploid organism or in case of haploid, the unit factor controls a single trait. That means it will have only one trait. Like if we consider the characters same height, then the trait may be tall or dwarf. But in case of diploid, it may contain two tall characters, two tall trait, or one tall, one dwarf, or two dwarf trait. So that is unit factor. Fourth is gene. Gene is the basic unit of heredity that determines a biological character of an organism. So, basic unit of heredity which determines a biological character of an organism. Suppose stem height, flower color, all these are due to genes. It determines the biological character of an organism. So biological character মানে express हुआ character এটা আমি দেখা পাই পেলাই কি কৰিছো নাকটো দীঘল নে চুটি চুলিখিনি কলা নে ব্রাউন. So all these are due to genes. Chemically, gene is a segment of DNA responsible for inheritance of characters in an organism. So if we see chemically, so genes are a segment of DNA. Now we all know what is DNA. It is deoxyribonucleic acid. And it is a segment, gene is a segment of DNA responsible for inheritance of characters in an organism. So genes are responsible for transmitting characters generation after generation. So chemically যদি আমি চাব যাওঁ তেতিয়াহলে জিনবিলাক হৈছে ডিএনএৰ এটা সেগমেন্ট যিবোৰ জেনেৰেশ্যন আফটাৰ জেনেৰেশ্যন হিয়তে পাস হয় ট্ৰান্সমিট কৰে ক্যাৰেক্টাৰ্ছবিলাক ট্ৰান্সমিট কৰে. It is equivalent to Mendelian factor. এতিয়া মেন্ডেলৰ ল আমি পিছত পঢ়িম এটো চেপ্টাৰৰ, but I think you have already studied. So মেন্ডেলে ল ডিসকাস কৰোতে তাতে এটা Mendelian factor বুলি টার্ম এটা আছিল. So Mendelian factor is nothing but genes. And the term gene was coined by Johansen in 1909. Next term is alleles. So the term allele was first used by Watson in the year 1905. So what are alleles? Alleles are the various forms of a gene which are found at the same place or locus on homologous chromosome and control the same character. So what are alleles? So alleles are the various forms of a gene which are located at the same locus or point of a homologous chromosome. So homologous chromosome means two identical chromosomes. We know that in a chromosome genes are arranged like this. এডাল ক্ৰমোজোমত জিন্স বিলাক এনেকে থাকে. সো ক্ৰমোজোম এডালত জিন বিলাক যেনেকে থাকিব তাৰে প্ৰত্যেকটো পইণ্টকে একোটা লোকাস বুলি কয়. So in an allele, ইয়াতে জিন্স বিলাক এনেকে এৰেঞ্জ হৈ থাকিব ক্ৰমোজোম বিলাকৰ আৰু এটা হোমোলোগাছ পেয়াৰত exactly at the same location or exactly at the same point. Suppose this is first point, first, second, third. So genes for the same character are located exactly at the same point of two homologous chromosomes or or in a pair of homologous chromosome. Getting me or not? I am showing again. Suppose this is a homologous pair of chromosome. So here what happens? Genes for the same character are located exactly at the same position or same locus. Suppose stem height. So if the trait is tall, it may be dwarf or it may be tall. So genes for the same character are located exactly at the same locus of two homologous chromosomes, but the trait may be different because trait for the character stem height is dwarf and tall. Next is homozygous. So it is an individual having similar Mendelian factor or copies of the same allele. A homozygous individual is genetically pure. So here I am showing. So homozygous individuals are having similar Mendelian factor or copies of the same allele. So here, if the trait of a particular character is tallness, then in the same allele pair, the other trait will be also tallness. Okay, so both the trait of a particular character will be same. If it is dwarf, then another trait of that particular allele pair will be dwarf. That's why a homozygous individual is always genetically pure. So for tallness, we write TT, for dwarfness, small t, small t. So the next is heterozygous. It is an individual which possesses two contrasting alleles of the same character on its two homologous chromosomes. Heterozygous individuals or heterozygote is also called hybrid for that character. So here it possesses two contrasting traits or two contrasting alleles of the same character. So here the combination will be tall and dwarf, not tall or dwarf. So here the allele pair possesses different traits of the same character. That's why Heterozygous individuals or heterozygotes are always called hybrid for that character, because here two different characters are present. So heterozygous individuals are not pure, since self-breeding produces three types of individuals. So self-breeding of heterozygote, so here tallness, as this is the dominant character, it is written as capital T, dwarfness small t. Now do you know what is dominant and what is recessive character? So dominant character means the character which is always expressed, and recessive character, the hidden character. These characters are always suppressed. So in this combination, the allele pair will be like this, capital T and small t, but the expressed character is always tall. So here tallness suppress the dwarfness. So these types of individuals or organisms are not pure, since self-breeding produces three types of individuals. So here self-breeding of this plant produces three different types of individuals. So I am showing how. Capital T and small t, capital T and small t. So this is self-breeding or self-fertilization. So